Alright, it's just after 6. I'm leaving Windsor Furnace Shelter. Who knows how far I'll get today. I'd love to find someplace to stay because all my clothes are wet and my feet, again, just like in the Shenandoahs, are getting pretty bad because they've been wet for 2 days, and that's when I start getting blisters and sore spots and raw spots, etc. But there's not a whole lot of options. I thought I found a place in Palmerton. If I didn't say it yesterday, I can't remember. And I looked it up in Google, and it had it listed as a hotel. And then I clicked on their link, and it was a nudist resort. And that's not my thing. So doesn't look like there's really too many other places. There's a place on the way today, but they only have 3 rooms. So I'll give them a call, but the odds of him having one available on such short notice is extremely low. And it's a little pricey, $60, but everything now that we're north of Virginia is a lot more expensive. But other than that, there's a hike. There's rain, of course, again in the forecast for this afternoon, but the forecast changes rapidly. But at least I got into the shelter yesterday before the big storm hit, which only lasted about 30 minutes, but it was enough to soak everything. And if I had been out there, I would have soaked my last dry set of clothes. So I'm glad I got out before that. And it hailed, like I mentioned, and being out in the woods in a hailstorm is never fun. I had that happen before when I was running. Not pleasant, but I'm back on trail now, and I'm getting an early start. Still feeling the lingering effects of sinus infection. Was coughing a bit last night, felt bad for the other people in the shelter. Hopefully they don't think I have the itis, but I've had a lot of sinus infections, especially when I used to get bad allergies before I figured out what was causing them. So I know it's not like a contagious thing, it's just cough for a few days after the sinus part clears up. All right, hiking now, and like usual, get back if anything cool happens. All right, started the day with a climb to Pulpit Rock, one of the few views in Pennsylvania, and it's not a bad view. Look down over some farmland. There's a little rock slide down there and some mountains. And later today, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'll be going over the Pinnacle, which is known as the one really good view in Pennsylvania. And it's pretty far down, so I'm not gonna get too close to the edge. And I also realized it's July 3rd, so one day till July 4th would kind of be nice to be near a big view spot and camp there. On the evening of July 4th, I bet you can see fireworks displays all over the horizon, but I'm not really that familiar with Pennsylvania, and I don't know if there's going to be one. All right, so I made it to the Pinnacle, which I'm not actually at. I'm walking there. It's 50 meters side trail, but I saw this giant pile of rocks, and I thought to myself, you know, if you can do this to make the Pinnacle nice, why can't you just do it for the entire trail? Bake a big pile of rocks all along the side, maybe a nice little rock wall. Bam, Pennsylvania, you've got decent trails. Everybody doesn't complain. But I'm pretty sure that you don't want to change your trails because Pennsylvania is made up of a bunch of sadists who hate hikers. So they keep the trails as painful as possible. All right, I'm gonna finish walking down this path. I think that's where the Pinnacle is, and I'll show you it in a second. Well, as promised, here it is, the view from the Pinnacle, and it's a pretty nice view. It's a little cloudy and dark, but you got some rolling farmland, some barns and things, a lot of silos I can see. I don't know if it's as nice as some of the ones in Maryland, and Maryland's only got 40 miles. Pennsylvania's got like 260, but here it is. Best view in Pennsylvania. All right, so just left the Pinnacle, and I was able to get cell service there, and I called and got lucky. So this little, I guess it's a bed and breakfast, not a hostel. It's only got 3 rooms, but they had one available. So it's 17 miles from here. It's 8 o'clock, so that should definitely be achievable. And now I don't have to worry too much about the rain, and I can listen to my music because I'll be able to charge up all my batteries. So that's good news. It's a little bit pricey. I guess I'm platinum blazing now after staying at the hotel 3 days ago for like 75 bucks. And now the bed and breakfast is like 60 bucks. It's certainly more than the, $20 to $30 bunk houses, but those options seem to be much fewer and further between here in Pennsylvania. And I understand that that's just the way it is the further north you go, which makes sense because obviously down south there's a lot more hikers, and the further north you get, more and more people drop off, so there's just not enough demand to support as many of these hostels. And probably Pennsylvania has all kinds of laws to make it really difficult because, as you can tell with these rocks, and I just mentioned, there are sadists that hate hikers here, and so I'm sure they make it difficult for anybody who wants to have a hostel. That's just a guess, I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna listen to some tunes and do some miles and get back to you if anything cool happens, like always. All right.